Good morning. I left for North Carolina. So, solving all your problems with meditation. How does it feel when you hear that? How does it feel? Knowing or not knowing yet that you can solve all your problems with meditation. There's an ancient Buddhist practice of meditation called Vipassana, where you simply close your eyes and you watch sensations come up. See, we don't react to the sounds and things around us. That's an illusion too. The word Maya, Sanskrit word I believe, means an illusion. This life, illusion of matter, illusion of the hologram. When you pay attention to yourself during meditations, whichever kind it is, it changes you. My suitcase is moving, making sounds. See, if I made a scratching sound, nails on the chalkboard, just the sound, you won't feel much. But then if I actually did it, I showed you someone scratching their nails on the chalkboard and you hear that squeak, you will get very uncomfortable. You'll get these sensations all over your body. And it's not the sound of it that you react to, it's how it makes your body feel. Some sounds in our ear canal amplify things. And the screech from the chalkboard does that to you. And it makes your body feel certain things, and then you react to that. If you're sitting down in a seminar or a lecture, and you have your belt really tight around you, sooner or later, things will start to bother you. You might want to get out of the hall, go home, not realizing that all of that discomfort started with you having discomfort sensations on you. You become a very good listener of your own body, of your own emotions, things that come up during the meditations. I was reading about Mahashai. What was his first name? Lahiri Mahashai. He was the guru of Yogananda. They talked about Kriya Yoga a lot. When you do yoga, when you stretch your body, you get to this point where they call it opening up. I don't know what the Sanskrit word is, but you get to this point where you have a breakthrough, where all of a sudden you're really flexible. It changes the circuitry in your body, allows the energy movement to be much more subtle, much more smooth, much more effortless. Whenever you have these problems, issues, challenges, discomforts, Realize, believe, and have faith that you can fix it all through meditation. Something inside of you starts to change when you are quiet, when you remove your awareness and attention off of your body, and you put it on the emptiness, the space. And then you can start to affect everything in your life. How? Why? See, when the source energy started to slow down, it came down in a couple different phases. The phase just before the universe that you can experience with your senses, consider that the blueprint frequency. That's where the Big Bangs occurred from. That's where the matter originated from. All of the matter in our observable universe, one of this particular universe, there are many universes, but this particular universe, all of the matter in it can fit in a size of a pea. That's how much this matter world is empty space. But here's another important part to remember. Because all the things and all the matter was once together, and then it exploded and separated out. That's why everything affects everything. There has been numerous experiments done where when you split a photon and they sent that one part of the photon 7 miles to the right, the other one 7 miles to the left. And any time they irritated one photon, because they were once one photon together, they realized that there was no time duration between the other photon having the same similar effects, as if they were communicating. So they found out, they wanted to find out from an atomic clock. It's a very, very small unit of time. They wanted to find out if there's a difference. So we can calculate how fast the communication, how did one photon tell another photon what was happening to it and allowing this other photon to have the similar experience. And what they found out was there was no time difference. In fact, sometimes, right before they were about to do something to one photon, the other photon already went through that experience, as if the past was being affected. See, past is not permanent. Past can change. What a bizarre concept, I know. So because we were all in a pea size all together at one point before we exploded into this universe, if you become nothing outside of space-time, which you can leave space and time. Space creates time. That's why they're interdependent. You can then change. You can then change things. Lahiri Mahashai has had many, many, many miracles. In fact, some of these swamis, okay, should I say this on YouTube? Jesus. Okay, I'll say it. There are beings that can take human form and walk among us, and they're not mortal, they're immortal. They can come into the physical body and then leave. Those physical bodies can then disappear again. I know. Crazy talk. You guys must have heard the concept of materialization, that things can materialize out of nothing during meditations. People knew this 2,600 years ago. Somebody called Buddha the scientist, the first scientist, 2,600 years ago. He knew things that the quantum physics is just trying to figure out. So because you can materialize things, when you get really good at it, you can materialize yourself into more than one place at the same time. People know how to do this. Not people. Very high self-realized beings can do this. They can teleport, they can take their body, they can go to the other side of the world almost instantaneously. They can talk to people from the other side of the world, and once you're connected to the source, where the frequency is so fast that it doesn't even move because it is everywhere at the same time, once you connect to that frequency, you know everything. One time Lahiri Mahashai was saying to his disciples that, I am drowning with the bodies of people in Japan. And then a day or two later, the news reached India, and it was in the newspapers that a bunch of people drowned, tsunami, whatever it was in Japan. Now this is a long time ago. I'm talking about 1800s. There were a lot of other things that Lahiri Mahashai was able to do. And so was this person called Babaji. And the miracles, the things that they saw, the things they were able to do, the way they would talk about the world and the physics, the laws of physics, they would try to explain it. But I don't know if the physics terms existed at the time, but they did a pretty darn good job explaining that you can bend reality, you can bend the laws of physics. And why is that important? You may not have any interest in time traveling, teleporting, receiving messages. But we all have challenges in life, don't we? I'm inviting you to start using meditations to fix your life, to enhance your life, to heal the world, make a difference in the world, make a difference in your loved ones, your community, your state, your country. Every time you have a breakthrough in meditation, you create a bridge in the quantum field. And you create a bridge that other people can now easily get to that level of point. So every time you evolve the collective in a small way. So you're doing a lot of service. You're serving people through this work. You're serving people through these meditations, through yoga. Be flexible, guys. Allow your body to enhance your circuitry. Give your body the nutrients so that when you have these beautiful emotions, and those neuropeptides are created because emotions and thoughts turn into chemicals straight away. That's why when they say that thoughts are things, they're literally things, because your thoughts and emotions become chemicals, and those chemicals go in and out of your cells, which then affects your genetic makeup, and you go to a newer and upgraded genetic destiny, your biological new destiny. It changes the energy in your field. And, well, technically, through these meditations, you're changing the energy in the field, which is then creating sensations in your body, which then have new thoughts and new emotions, which then turn into these neuropeptides, which then changes you, upgrades you. If you guys, when I came back from a retreat, people could see my aura, people could see my field. They said I was physically different. They could see my emotions that I was expressing was a little bit different because I had changed so dramatically because of meditating 5 times a day, doing very intense breath work. Such intense breath work that I kept leaving my body. And when I would leave my body in the chair would just collapse. And then when I would come back, I would be on the floor, stuck between 2 chairs at one time. That was the day one where I hurt myself, my back and my neck. So don't underestimate the power of what you're about to experience, where you're about to go. I see people being fearful of the mystical. Am I going to get stuck there? What if I get possessed? What if the beings are not nice? What if they're the devil? It's all your ego trying to tell you, don't go to the unknown. We don't know what's going to happen. If you're an engineer and you need to build a rocket, fine, use your brain, use your analytical mind, it's useful. But if you're going to solve challenges in your life, brain is not a good tool, because the variables in your life at any given point are infinite. And you couldn't possibly be taking all those variables into account when you make decisions, when you strategize on how to get out of a situation, how to heal yourself using your mind. You need to step outside of you. You need to have access to the infinite divine intelligence, which can only be done through Vipassana, which can only be done through Kriya, which can be only done through meditations, where your awareness and attention leaves your body and goes somewhere else. Cybertruck. Cybertrucks are so cool. So, I challenge you to remove these fears. Your ego will distract you so much when it gets you stuck into the polarity, the duality of the good and bad. What if, what? The mystical, the divine will never hurt you. Those beings are so highly evolved, so much more evolved than us. That's why we have to increase our frequency to meet them, because they're such high frequency beings. Think about it. Let me know what you think. I just started my journey. This is morning time. I think a lot during the morning time. I get these downloads. I've become so close to source in the mornings. I don't know why, how, but it just happens. Enjoy your day. I love you.